was just on my way out on a 7-mile walk, but I have a very important message to share with you, which my walk can wait. So let me have a seat here. I'm kind of tired anyways before I even got started. Where do you think my important message comes from? If you kind of know, shout it to your mom and dad. Let me see if I can hear you. That's right. It comes from the Bible. And actually, it comes from Luke chapter 24. But just because I want you to see the clear picture, and I don't want you to miss out on anything, we're going to zoom in on our picture card, and I'm going to read it to you loud and clear. Okay? This story is going to bring great joy to your heart, so make sure you listen up with both ears. Okay? Here we go. Remember, it comes from Luke 24. 2 men walked to a town called Emmaus. The town was 7 miles from Jerusalem. The men were talking and arguing about what had happened that past week. A man joined them. This man was Jesus, but the men did not know it was Jesus. Jesus asked the men why they were arguing. The men told Jesus what had happened the past few days. They said, Jesus did many miracles. We thought he was the person that the prophets told us would be coming to save us. But Jesus died on a cross. Now, 3 days later, some women went to a tomb where he was buried, and it was empty. An angel told them that Jesus was alive. As they walked, Jesus reminded them what the Bible said about him. When they neared Emmaus, that was the city they were going to, the men asked him to stay with them, and he did. They sat down to eat. Jesus took bread, prayed over it, and tore it to share it with the men. Suddenly, the men understood that it was Jesus who was sitting at their table. They knew Jesus was alive. They returned to Jerusalem that night to find Jesus' disciples, and they told them that they had seen Jesus. Can you believe that, boys and girls? Jesus is alive. Isn't that wonderful news? It warms our hearts, just like it did for the disciples, his 2 followers. And actually, let me read this to you from the Bible. Here in Luke 24:32, it says, they began telling each other how their hearts felt strangely warm as he talked with them. Isn't that something? Why do you think these 2 men, their heart felt strangely warm? Could it possibly be because they had the joy of Jesus in their heart? I think so. And do you know that's how it is for us today? Not just you and me, but the Bible says all believers all over the world, if you have accepted Jesus into your heart, you have his joy in your heart. And that's something to sing about. And the joy is down in our hearts. It makes us very happy. So happy that I'm going to play the song for you.
Stay
And do you know what? Jesus' joy is not meant to only stay in our hearts. Do you know what we need to do with it? Our Bible verse tells us just that. So, I'm so sorry we're not together. We're going to maybe in a couple weeks we'll be together in church again. But until then, let me pull our verse out. Let's see. Oh, I got it. Awesome. Oh, came right out of the Bible. And here is our verse this week. Tell people about Jesus, Matthew 28:19. So let's do the hand motions on this one. Oh, and look, Remus is here to join us. This is Remus, everybody. Okay, so this is how we do this one. Tell people about Jesus. Let's do that one more time. Ready? Tell people about Jesus. Matthew 28:19. All right, boys and girls, until I see you again, remember, Jesus is our joy down in our heart, and we don't keep it there. We share it with everybody else. Amen.